Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rising Stars. I'm your host, Sean Watts. This production is to help promote the Montreal talent pool, to get an insight on who they are as a person, some of their unique special skills. Without further ado, I am truly honored to present a friend of mine, an actor who's got a heart of gold, Sebastián Quint.
So sweet. Thank you so much.
You?
Hi, good.
You look great. You're glowing,
Thank you.
and your headshots are glowing. I mean,
yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Those are new. Those are new, so you know.
They look good. Have
Thank
you been booking roles
Yes.
from those headshots? I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. But mostly booking. Been doing so many auditions lately, though. The booking roles have been mostly through my Instagram. I
Really?
know, yes,
I'm
like
surprised.
I know.
So how does that happen?
Not many people know about this actually, but social media is great, guys. Social media is great. Seriously, like I just booked like a music video role yesterday.
What?
Through Instagram, and
How?
I shouldn't be saying this, but a close to a feature film. We'll see. We'll see. But
Whoa.
posting your stuff on Instagram is seriously very helpful.
Because
Not
I
many
stopped
people know
doing
about
that because I was just like, ah.
Dude.
Sometimes it's like lack of engagement. Like I'll work hard for a day memorizing things. I'll do it, and then there's just no interaction, and I'm like, I don't know if it's the hashtags or what.
I listen. I've been doing the hashtags. I don't know what it is, but there's something in the algorithm. They just like it just pushes you forward. So I really recommend
consistently, I guess, right?
that. I
Posting
think not consistently posting. I don't know if it's through the stories, but for sure, just posting like your demo reels, your like the things you're doing, like putting like really having that presence on the internet. I feel like it would be extremely helpful.
Maybe it's because you're a youth or something like that. And they know as soon as they see you, it's like, yeah, he's a youth. We can relate to the woke
Come on,
culture.
you're not an old man either. You know, like
No, I'm pretty young,
it's like,
but
exactly. But it's so useful.
Really,
It's so useful. So I really recommend you do
certain
it.
vibe that you give. Like I mentioned, you're just a lovable person. Like
That's
when
sweet,
people
man.
meet
Thank
you, you're just really. You're like a sunshine.
That's so sweet.
People are happy when
Thank
they're
you
around
for the
you.
flattery.
And
That's
I'm
all
not
I
saying that
needed.
because you're a friend of mine, but you know, I've grown to know who you truly are as a person.
Thank you.
And I think that's a quality where a lot of filmmakers, they want to work with someone like that. They don't want to work with someone who's a diva, unless you're a diva, and I don't know about
Hell
that.
yeah.
I mean, I need to ask your boyfriend.
Gotta know your worth.
I
Gotta know
need to
your
ask
worth.
your boyfriend.
Don't ask him. He'll say yes. He will say yes for
There
sure.
you go.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
So you know, you better cut that.
So
I'm not a diva.
For those of you who don't know, we're friends outside of this, and we have one of those friendships where we can troll each other, we can make fun of each other, and we don't get offended. It's the best friendship to have.
Absolutely, man.
How'd you get into acting now?
Wow.
Because obviously you're Latino,
Yes.
right? Are you born and raised in Colombia?
Born and raised in Colombia.
Yeah, okay, so let's tell the viewers a short little story of how little Sebastián Quint came over to Canada and everything.
Well, little Sebastián Quint. It was not
Quint.
Sebastián Quint before. Obviously, I was watching this TV show that I absolutely loved.
Which one?
Once Upon a Time.
Oh my God, I saw that show.
I know, it is like,
What?
it's so
It's so
ratchet.
cheesy,
I know,
though.
it's so great because it's so cheesy. But I was like so in love with it. Honestly, I was so,
Let me
was a
guess, you
kid.
like Peter Pan,
I was a
or
kid.
who was it?
No, it was like the evil queen. You know, it was the evil queen. I was like, that's my girl. And I was just seeing this monologue she was doing, and she was nailing it. And I was
Do you
like,
remember the monologue? Or
not at all,
Okay.
not at all. I just know it was the evil queen, and I was just like, I want to do whatever she's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I want to do it.
Okay.
Obviously, later on is when I realized, that's acting. You can be an actor. That's a career.
Yeah.
Back then, I didn't think in Colombia you could follow it. Obviously, in Colombia you can, obviously. But
Telenovelas.
Yeah, telenovelas.
I've had auditions for them in Chile.
You have. That's true. You think you told me about that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was wild.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I would have been a telenovela. No, I actually do want to be a telenovela. That would be really fun.
It's a lot of drama, a lot of extra.
Yeah.
The props, you can tell they're fake.
They're so good though.
Yeah.
They're so good. I don't know if you've seen some on Netflix.
I've
like,
seen
they have
the
some
manliest
good.
of men cry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
and
see,
it-
it's like good extra.
shedding a tear, and like Chile and like
They're
Latin
good.
America, they're all machito, they're
They are.
macho, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
That's why I go to the gym, man.
Yeah.
Gotta look like the macho man they want, you know,
Yeah.
like never let them know your next move, you know. So, but yes, it was through Once Upon a Time, and
It's so funny. I can't
I
get
know,
over
it's so
that.
cheesy,
What?
man.
Okay.
and yeah, it was it. And then when I came here when I was 14, around 8 years ago. I don't even know. I still feel like I'm fresh off the boat though. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when I was like, okay, I want to follow this. And then once I graduated from high school, that's when I started looking to CJEPs and all that. And
Okay,
I went
so
to
what
Dawson.
happened? So you went to Dawson for the theater program?
I went to Dawson for the theater program. Yeah.
So what do you think of the first time you stepped into the theater program? Because obviously it's kind of like reality hits,
Yeah.
right? It's like, okay, dreaming of it is one thing,
Yeah.
but then doing it and going through the process is something totally different.
Absolutely.
So take us through that step of
Jesus,
you going
it was
and
not even
going
a
through
step.
it.
It was not even a step. It was like an enter the session online because COVID. Shout out to COVID.
No!
Yes, my first
Okay.
year on CJEP was online.
That's depressing.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Honestly, to whoever had to go through that, seriously, shout out to y'all because
So-
because it was so horrifying.
Really?
And yeah, it
Oh,
really
man.
was.
Okay.
Imagine having to do acting class or improv class
Yeah.
on the screen
I know.
with someone else, like through the screen.
It was just a lot of disconnect there, though.
It really
too,
was.
right? Yeah.
It really was. Like for 1 year, you just get zero interactions with people. I mean, with the curfew too. Like I mean, it was just.
I remember that.
It was a whole thing.
But
Anyways.
were you able to still go in person for classes because of that?
No,
you
it was at
weren't,
the
huh?
end.
It's
It
not
was at the
essential.
end. Like almost at the end of the year when we
What?
had like sword fighting class.
Yeah.
We had to be like.
Like sword fighting with yourself in the mirror?
Literally, that's what we had to do with a Dollarama sword.
Awesome.
Seriously, no, it was horrifying.
Sarcastically. It was awesome.
It was like horrifying. But yeah, we had to do that. That's the reality of it.
Really?
So that was the first year. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel bad for the third years that were like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
third year.
to, like,
Last year you go through like so much, you practice so much, you
So
do.
then what about second
things.
year when you've seen these strangers in Zoom calls and then you sort of meet them in person and it's like, I don't like you now in person, or you know what I mean?
It's more
'Cause-
like you look weird without a mask on, or you look weird, like you cannot see
Yeah.
them either because they're like
Yeah.
covered.
a lot of people
too, you
looked
know?
very bizarre when they removed the masks. I'm like,
Dude.
you look better with the mask on.
You know,
no
oh my
offense.
God. No offense. Who is this? Seriously, no, but seriously, no. Some of them, it's so weird. Like I don't know how you would have looked with the like if you hide the beard with the mask and then
All
like
you
it's
see
just,
is this part
That's
at the
it.
bottom.
like you have a goatee. You have a
out.
goatee, literal.
I look like a
literal.
bass player.
Yeah, you too. With or without a mask on.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, you look like that. Yeah. I love that.
I liked it because I'm socially shy sometimes, so I'm like it hides, and I'm
Yeah.
like it's like an alternate persona. So I'm like beautiful.
Oh, but that's true, huh? That's
But
true.
trying to breathe in that, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, and to have like I don't know, to have to work out and do scenes
Yeah.
with those masks, it's
So second year comes around. Now it's the reality hits. Okay, so when you went into class, you were comfortable, right? Because now you're sort of like a trained theater
Right.
actor. So take us
Yeah.
through that, and then through third year, what happened?
yes. Well, finishing that COVID year was kind of rough, obviously, because then it was kind of relearning everything in person.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that's okay.
'cause you
So year
learned
two was like a
everything.
repeat then, or how did that work?
I think not a repeat, but it's adjusting. I would call it adjusting.
Yeah.
You know, because then you have to relearn everything with someone else rather than with a screen. So that's the difference. And
Yeah.
I feel like that was a really important step for all of us. And it's sad that we kind of missed that interaction to acting.
course.
So and that introduction into acting.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then obviously third year, that's when we gain a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And
Was there any struggles?
yes. Oh my God.
Anything where it was like you don't think you could do it, or you're
Yes.
freaking out internally, externally?
Yeah.
Take us through that. Share it if
the
you like.
struggles, Jesus.
Because a lot of people think acting is so easy, and it's so cliche to say
Yeah,
that, but it's
right?
not.
Like,
It's
then
so
do it.
hard.
Then do
Yeah,
acting then
exactly,
if you think it's so easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people and a lot of friends here, and in Colombia both tell me like, hey, I mean, acting is just reading a paper, right? Like, it's just reading a paper. Like,
Yeah.
what else
Wow,
are you
that-
doing?
I'm-
She's like, wow, okay, that's what you think it is. That's what
Excuse
you think
me?
it is. Yeah, seriously.
Pardon mon français, but
Yeah, but what the hell? Like,
yeah.
seriously.
Did you just offend me?
I know, like, it is offensive because
Yeah.
you're just like, you think all I do is just reading a paper.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, but it's really a lot more than that. I mean, when you have to like embrace the character, what do they go through? How do they?
Well, first of
I'm
all,
very-
you have to make it believable
Yes.
under imaginary circumstances. Like if you play a role where it's like, oh my God, you just killed 13 people.
Exactly.
You've never been through that.
Exactly, but you have to
Right?
act like
But
it.
then you have to have that composure.
Yeah.
And the
I'm a very.
darkness.
I love focusing on how the people move. I love focusing on
movement.
that. The body movement.
Do you watch
especially.
people in the streets?
Yes, I do. I
Yeah,
do.
me
Because
too.
I'm like writing down like how
Me
they
too.
move, how they walk.
Sometimes I'm like subtly like, all right.
Yeah,
And I
like
see how they're
that
walking.
little limp,
you
that
know?
little limp here and there.
Yeah, yeah,
or that,
they
like,
go
little,
pigeon-toed
or
and
like
they're
shoulder
holding things,
movements,
yeah.
or like kind of like jumping when they're walking. I mean, it's really interesting to focus on those things.
I find it funny when people have that little hop.
Yeah, right?
And I'm
but
like,
it's
okay.
it's something that you can just like use later on for the movement of a character if it fits,
Oh yeah,
obviously.
that's what I do too. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes I have to play like a homeless guy or whatever,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh, there's so many crackheads on the metro that I can just sort
you
of
can just
watch or
walk.
subtly stalk.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of watch.
Yeah, because you do have to change your whole
Yeah.
demeanor, your whole aura.
This is very
So-
interesting, but I remember seeing one individual where he was talking to himself in the reflection in the subway, and
Interesting.
he started. You know what he did after? So he's talking to himself, like, you go having a full-on conversation. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, this guy's insane, right? But
Right, that in the scene, right, that in the
interesting. So
scene.
I'm just watching.
yeah.
Then he starts yelling, "Don't make me do it! Don't make me do it! I'm gonna kill them!" And he jumps up and he starts flopping like a fish out of the water on the ground. And everyone starts
happened to
freaking
you?
out. Yeah, and they all start like leaving the cart, and I'm just watching. I'm like, is he having a panic attack? Is he dying right now? What's going on, right? So
You lived that? You actually lived
yeah,
here?
So I started to approach him, and then he got up and he went back on the chair and he started having a conversation with himself again. Then he started hitting his head
my
on the plexiglass. You know those single chairs on the subway? He started hitting his head like that, and then I hopped off at Namur, and there happened to be police officers right
Waiting.
there, and I was like, that guy's hurting himself. He's going crazy, and they went in and arrested him right away, and I was like, oh God.
Jesus.
Ah.
You always attract the weirdest experiences, let me tell you that. Like
I think that's
when you
just
tell
part
me
of
stories,
being like an actor, though.
I don't live through that. I'm like, I'm good. I'm really good at just not seeing that, honestly. I can act it, but I'm okay if I don't live it.
But I mean, it helps build character and
It
this and
does,
that, right?
but damn.
Like, yeah, I have some crazy stories.
You really do. I mean, like, seriously, are you okay?
Yeah, no,
Is
I'm
everything
good.
okay?
I'm good. As an introvert,
You're
it's
try-
really the opposite, and I think that's sort of what plays into the factor of it is like I'm introverted, but when I'm out in public, I see some of the craziest things.
Yeah, you too.
And then I'm like, oh my God, there's so much drama.
You too.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and it makes it interesting. And
Wow, that's so interesting, though. I want to look more into that. Like, why do you attract those things, you know? Because
Maybe just the introvert
bubble.
vibe, where it's like, you know, when you don't want to attract drama, but it comes
what?
to you, right?
Okay, maybe I'm just too distracted to notice everything. I have ADHD. I just found out.
Wait, what?
You
Sorry?
know,
Same
I
with
have
me. No, I'm
ADHD,
kidding.
right? Like it's so
Wait.
unpredictable.
Wasn't paying attention to anything you were saying throughout this
Literally.
entire interview, and I'm sorry.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to redo it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, what happened in that last year performance? Because you have to do like a showcase.
Yes.
So what
Yes,
happened?
yes.
What'd you do?
At Dawson. Well, we did around 4 shows, 4 plays.
Okay. But what was like that
second year
final
and
one
third
where
year?
it
The
was like-
final one,
Yeah,
the goodbye
the big
one.
one, yeah.
Oh my God, it was so emotional.
So
It
what
was
was your
really
character?
emotional. No, because it's called masks, and what we do is basically we just like do multiple
mask.
presentations. No, actually no, because we were fed up with masks.
Yeah.
No, we were fed up. Like after the first year and second year, like wearing masks, we're done.
Done.
But yeah, it's like little excerpts of things we want to do,
Okay.
so we could like have fun with whatever.
Yeah.
So I did a musical piece. I did a monologue that I wrote.
Crazy.
Actually,
Good for you.
It's from the
Yeah.
play. It's because I'm writing a play. So
Yeah. Awesome.
So it's
yeah.
from that. It's from
How
that
far
play.
along are you in terms of writing your own play?
50 pages. 50
So how many
pages
pages
for
do you
now.
want, though?
I want like around 100.
So halfway.
Yeah, so I'm halfway through.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. And then later on, I want to transform it into a movie. So put it like
You
put it into
hear
a feature.
about there's a famous play. It's called The Bronx Tale. It started off as a play, and that actor who created it, he wasn't a known actor, but he started off as a play, became huge, and then adapted into a film.
Exactly.
And that's how you transition to being a film star.
Exactly. Or vice versa.
Right? Yeah, or
Usually
vice
people
versa.
do like a lot of the opposite too. you
Yeah.
know? So it's
So-
really interesting. It's really interesting to play with
Good
that.
for you. Yeah.
yeah.
Proud of you. Keep working hard.
Thank
Keep
you.
at it, and
Thank
don't
you.
force inspiration. Let that creativity
That's
come to
been
you.
the problem. That's been the problem. Because usually when you write, and I know you write too, so it's like when you have that.
Sometimes I go
okay, do
months
write
without
now?
writing. Sometimes months.
That's it. But I'm so impatient. I just want the inspiration to like,
Remember-
come on, like.
For
come to me.
actors, patience is one of the biggest and hardest skill that you need to learn.
It's been so hard. So,
I remember, like I was telling you, like throughout my process of what I'm going through, it's a step-by-step process. So you need to see what's in front of you in this moment, but still dream big and take it just step by step. So I find walking helps, and people watching is such great inspiration. But also, if you need inspiration for characters and stuff, refer to your friends and then just over dramatize them a little bit more, and it becomes, wow, so much more humane and interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's real. You're not just creating this fictional character where it's like, well, they're going to have 3 eyes and 1 leg. And no, you're basing it off someone in real life, and people can relate to that already.
Absolutely.
So if you do that and then make it interesting, and then if it's plot, I would say, where's the character development going to go? And then that can help with your plot and your scene stages and stuff.
Absolutely.
So you need to think outside the box.
Yeah, I've been thinking about like the whole character's arc.
Yeah,
each character's arc.
No.
So I want to like how to incorporate both of those things together. Because I'm writing about Colombia. Actually.
So you have 3 things. So you have each scene that you have is where's the story going? Is it related to character development, story, or is it both? And you can have one or the other or both. But you need to ask yourself those questions. What's my objective?
Yeah.
If you don't know the answer to it, don't write it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So
and I've been writing it about Colombia actually because I want to portray my country like in a good light and Latinos in a good light because it's been. Ay, obvio, you know. No, because you know we gotta do that seriously because there's a lack of representation for us. Constantly, there's lots of characters, yes, but
I'm gonna just say it out loud. I feel, for a lot of those cultures, it's incredibly difficult, and then. Also not being straight, it's even harder.
Yeah.
Right? And
it's
that's
a very
injustice.
specific.
But right now, with the whole woke, thing going on, you're getting more opportunities, and I couldn't be prouder and happier.
Thank you.
For anyone who's struggling to get work, there's a real awakening right now happening.
Yeah, there is awakening, but the thing that's still going on and that I've still noticed is that many people want someone to look exotic, but they don't want you to sound exotic. That includes having an accent.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know. Yeah, it's been something that it's like
it doesn't make sense.
Opportunities, but it's a reality that is there. Because they want you. Yeah, they want you to sound the part. No, they want you to look the part, but not sound the part. You know what I mean?
So then it's like what standard American?
Standard
accent,
American accent is usually
from America,
what's yes, it's what's usually sought. But yeah, they want that diversity token and with the whole woke movement, yes, there's a progress, but there's still a lot of lack of representation, and especially for my demographic.
You could be a face for that.
Yes, that's part
of your goals and whatever. It is. I mean, so it is. That's sort of like your mission objective, and I think that's great. And even for my script, I included a gay character who happens to be Latino, and you fit the part, and I'm going to put you for that because I think your group and your community have to be fairly represented and given a fair opportunity. Yeah. And let's be honest, you sort of like, hey, I'm playing that part, and I was like, well, okay.
I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it exactly. I'm also actually part of a committee. The ACTRA Committee, because there's the Diversity, Equity, Inclusivity, and Belonging Committee.
Yeah, they have that now. Yeah.
And I just founded actually. I'm the founder and at the moment chair.
Let's
actually,
talk about
yes.
This. Okay.
So I just founded a subcommittee. Within the Diversity, Equity, Inclusivity, and Belonging Committee. That's called the Latinx Subcommittee.
I've never even heard of it till now.
Exactly.
So this is news to all of you.
Yes,
this is
yes.
Share
So
it.
I want to talk more about this.
You can address it to the camera if you like.
Thank you. Yes.
Address it.
So to all my Latinos out there, but ACTRA Latinos for the moment. There's a subcommittee now. We're going to have our first meeting happening soon. And
do you know when that date is?
Not yet. Okay. Not yet. We're talking things with ACTRA at the moment. But the whole point of this is to do a first networking event for ACTRA, Latinos, Latinas, Latinas, anything. And obviously everyone is welcome, obviously. But it's to promote our work.
Sign
and to
me up,
promote,
I'll be there.
Absolutely.
Biggest fan.
There you go, Latino, honorary Latino. And to
español.
Promote, I know, yeah. Yo sé que tú hablas español. Yeah. He speaks really good Spanish, by the way.
Interrupting.
Yeah. But it's for my Latinos out there and to promote our work, to promote our community, and because we have to come together. We really have to come together, and because we're scattered all over, and that's been something that I've noticed too. So yeah, it's to gather the community and to say, hey, we're here, we're all together,
We have a
and we
voice.
can work together, we can create things together. Because I feel like as a community, if you can uplift each other way easier than
100%.
just an individual, you know. So so yes, that's the point.
That's
and-
huge too,
yeah.
huh? Like that's
Thank you.
big news. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
What about let's talk a little bit more about promoting you as an actor. So what do you specialize in? Either film, television, theater? Like, what do you prefer?
Well, I graduated a year and a half ago, so
Yeah.
it's been really interesting to.
So you've done a lot of training, little
I've done
experience.
a
by
lot
the
of
sounds
training.
it.
No, I've had almost
Quite a bit?
almost a year of experience actually in theater.
Okay.
Because I was in a tour. I was in a theater tour.
Whoa.
For Geordie Theater. This is like a
yeah.
company for theater for kids and teenagers and up.
Okay.
And we were touring all over Eastern Canada
What?
for 9 months. And
that's
it was a
crazy.
beautiful experience.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. I learned so much. My acting muscle was training like hard because we had like 3 shows, sometimes 2 shows per day.
What?
We had to like put on the set, take out the set, go to a different school, put on the
Wow.
set. Like it was repetitive. It was very fun. It was honestly a lovely experience. Then I got to work with the Colombian government
What?
in a documentary theater play.
There's so much going on for you. I mean,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
and that was a
Yeah.
few months ago actually.
Okay.
It was back in March. May, around May, and there were like magistrates and people from the UN that came to watch us.
Wow.
And real victims.
Was George Clooney there? And his
Oh my
wife?
God, that would have been like, cherry on top, honestly. But yeah, and then I work at the cemetery of Montreal for a historical documentary play.
Creepy.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it sounds fun, though.
Imagine working in a cemetery, like in a play.
I would fit the bill right away.
It was fantastic.
Be like,
honestly.
Why is the guy from Prisoner of Azkaban here?
Literally, that's seriously, yeah.
Serious
That's
why? Why is he here?
Yeah, with the little beard and everything, it would fit perfectly.
Yeah.
But yeah, and right now I'm doing that transition into camera.
Oh, nice.
So,
okay.
so that's what I've been doing mostly.
Have you found it difficult
music.
transitioning?
Well,
Less
it's interesting.
explosive, more
Yeah.
thinking and feeling it, and
Yeah,
then it shows.
the adjusting is what I've been working on, and that's why I've been going to many
Even
workshops.
your tone.
Yes. Yeah.
I believe in halftones. Do you know what halftone is?
No, I haven't heard of that.
So it's like, say if I'm dating someone and they're right in front of me and we're having pillow
Right.
talk, and I'm going to say, I love you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I love you. I love you. It's not going to be I love you. It's,
Absolutely.
You know, half a tone's a very powerful way of delivering lines.
Yeah.
And I actually really, really fancy using halftone.
Me too. Every
I love
time.
it. I
Yeah,
love it.
I love
because
it too.
it's
I
when
love
it's
it too.
intimate, you know, you're holding your
Have to-
partner.
It's fun. It's because it
Yeah.
creates a more
it
intimate
feels
space.
very intimate, yeah.
more intimate
and I
space
like
for sure.
doing that. So
Yeah.
inject that into some of
Yes,
your auditions.
been
It's gonna
doing-
help
yeah.
out. Yeah, so you
Yeah,
already
yeah,
know
yeah.
what halftone
The only
is.
problem has been the accent thing. That's been the only
I
problem.
barely notice it though. I mean,
You know, thank you, but it's like apparently it's been a thing.
maybe I'm
So,
just
I don't
used
know.
to hearing different
I don't know.
accents in
Probably.
Montreal. And
It's just-
that's not a good
yeah.
thing, but it is at the same time.
Yeah, it's
you
good to
know?
have. It's good to acknowledge those different accents and those different.
Yeah.
I don't know, levels of English. Like I don't know, because we're all different. So
I think that's what
yeah.
makes an acting project so unique. And even for my own project, I want the uniqueness there to show that when we collaborate as a whole, something beautiful happens.
and it makes it more realistic.
Yeah.
Like not everyone is the same. You
Yeah,
know? And that's.
yeah. I don't want all
that's
these
just how it
models on
is.
my set. I want everyday
Yeah,
people,
real people.
who are sitting at home can
Yeah.
relate to and be like,
yeah.
you know, I like this because I feel comfortable supporting and watching.
And it's as
these
easy as
individuals.
that. It's as easy as
Yeah.
that. But yeah, anyways, that's been like one of
So-
the main things doing that transition from theater into camera. And besides that, everything's really good. Been doing lots of music videos lately. I just filmed a music video yesterday. I don't know why I've been getting so many music
Yeah.
videos, but listen, it's happening. I'm very thankful for that.
Why not?
And yeah, just short films here and there. And
Remember, there's
televisions.
that supermodel. Her name is Emily Ratajkowski.
Yes.
I've like the biggest crush on her, but she actually got discovered because she's in the Blurred Lines video. So you don't know what's going to happen.
You never
right?
know,
So,
exactly. You know, and
Right
it's a great
place,
way
right
of
time,
contacting.
certain look, whatever.
Yeah.
And remember, Michael Bay started off in music videos. Mm-hmm. Right? He was known for only music videos, and then suddenly he got into
acting anymore.
and
more
he
stuff.
brought
That's-
some of the actors with him through music videos. So you just never know.
Well,
I
listen,
mean,
exactly.
It's a weird
that's
thing.
That's such a big thing about this career
Yeah.
is that you never know.
Yeah.
You know, and then, like you can. I've heard about this thing that Jade Hasune, our common friend, actually talks a lot about. That inspired action
Yeah.
That is about if you have that gut feeling that's telling you, hey, go follow this, go do this, then go ahead and do it. Like go downtown. Sorry, I'm gonna tell you one example.
Yeah.
I had this one time where I don't know, I just got like a gut feeling of go downtown, just go downtown. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go downtown randomly. I go with Pogos, whatever. I meet this model actress that lives here in Montreal.
No way.
Just casually, she was like in front of me. And like we talk, and I mean, we exchange contacts and everything. And it's just like, it's one of those examples of, it's important to take that inspired action because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, listen to your gut and just, you never know who you're gonna meet.
Jade always talks about that too.
Yes, he does.
Hi Jade, if you're watching.
Jade! We love you, Jade.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
I completely agree. Yeah, he's one of the most humble celebrities
Really is.
ever, you know, so lovable. Right?
And I met him because I got Jordy, my first
No
contract,
way.
the
See
touring
that?
thing,
See that?
because he got it.
Yeah.
That was his
yeah.
first gig. And then he
Yeah.
contacted me on Instagram and he
Yeah.
was like, hey, congratulations. And he's an icon. He's
Yeah.
an icon. I love him so much because I love
There's no one like
Shadowhunters.
him. There's no one else like him,
He's
to
so
be
special.
honest.
He's so special.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's good. And it's very inspiring to have those examples, people that you actually personally know.
Yeah, who have
and
gone through the
gone through a
unknown,
lot.
you know, being an unknown actor
Yeah.
to suddenly being this celebrity.
Yeah.
And he's always been himself.
Yeah,
From what I've
exactly.
spoken to with his friends and this
Yeah.
and that, he's always been who he was from day one to who he
and
is
sticking
now.
to his gut.
Yeah.
And that's what's important about
Yeah.
it too. Like it actually works. It actually helps.
Yeah,
to-
I've helped him through
to
some
do
moments
that.
when I've run into him, you know,
Yeah.
because we used to live really close to each other
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Westmount, and I'd run into him, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm going through this." I'm like, well, "Let me try to help you."
Exactly.
You know,
That's
so
sweet, man, yeah.
everybody needs help. Doesn't
It's
matter
good,
what
and it's
your
good to
title
ask for
is,
help.
and yeah.
Like, don't stop yourself from asking for help for anything. Like,
Yeah.
to acknowledge that maybe you're not, to acknowledging your weak points too.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
Well,
that's a
you
strong.
can't
That's a
be
strength.
oblivious about that. You
Yeah.
need to sort of be humble and be like, "Okay, look."
Yes.
Have that conversation in the mirror with yourself and be like, "These are my faults.
Yeah.
You know, these are my faulty
Yeah.
aspects, qualities."
And nobody's perfect, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But it's good to be aware of those and to
Like-
acknowledge them. Some people
like,
don't.
You know, it's
really
one of
hard.
those things where it's like, okay, I have a top 5 agent.
Mm.
I know that I'm not the most talented, but I know I'm one of the hardest workers.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in the whole manifestation thing
Yeah.
and whatever.
Yeah.
And I was receiving messages from my quote unquote acting friends,
Mm.
and they were pretty much saying, you know, in a hidden cryptic message, like, why are you getting these opportunities?
Interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
more talented. I have more work.
Yes.
But it's not even about that. It's
Yeah.
sort of like the initial action of trusting your gut. So I trusted my gut. I was ambitious enough to apply. I ended up just being at the right place at the right
Mm-hmm.
time, and then my agent wanted my look on her roster.
Believing
so,
in yourself.
Yeah, and that's
Have
it.
that belief in
And-
yourself. Honestly,
then-
know that what's coming for you will be there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just
So stop comparing to
yourself
other
because we all have
people
different
and-
paths.
Yeah, but then
different
these
looks.
individuals are reaching out, and
Yeah.
since then they haven't really been supportive whatsoever. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. It happens. It happens a lot. It
Oh,
happens a
you're
lot.
you're the devil who's in disguise. I see you now, right?
It happens a lot in this industry to find
Yeah.
those little cryptic messages, like you said, of
Yeah.
that jealousy, and that's their problem.
So
and
now I'm
and if
like,
you have that, it's
yeah.
okay, but you should deal with it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah, so
reality.
it was very weird, you know, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's based on their own egos.
Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah.
you know, and that's why I keep my circle so close and tight knit. You know, you're a part of it now, and it's just positive vibes.
Look at him telling me I'm his friend now in front of everyone.
Don't be shedding a tear.
Honestly. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
So what's a special skill or talent that you'd like to share with a potential casting director
Oh, that's
or a producer? What's something that you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is what I can do?
Well, I can sing. I have
Okay, you're a
a
singer?
very sweet, melodic, beautiful voice.
I find that hard to believe.
Right?
No.
right. I'll sing for you right now. No, y'all are gonna fall in love, and I don't want that right now. No. I dance too, obviously.
Yeah.
Latino, the Latino,
Yeah,
the
yeah, of
Latino in
course.
me. My family would
You have it in
never
your
allow
blood.
it.
You
My
have it
family
in
would
your
not
blood.
allow it to not
Yeah.
dance, honestly. So I dance too. Yes, and focusing
What's like a
on the
hidden
acting.
talent? Like, for example, I can move
Hidden,
my
like,
ears.
Nobody,
I can move my
nobody
ears.
would know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know, because I make sure
I
everybody
can do
knows
the
my
belly
talents.
wave.
Oh no, man, I can't.
I can move my ears.
I can twerk.
Is that hidden
I
talent?
can twerk. I don't know, man.
can't?
Who
Who
can you
can't?
tell?
I can't.
You can't tell. You cannot tell.
I can't.
But I
Okay.
can do it. I can do it.
Okay. Add it on
know.
your CV then.
Exactly. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that. You know.
What about like, can you do different accents?
Yes.
American accent.
I can.
What can you do?
Standard American is getting there for sure.
Let's hear. Let's.
My God, the Standard American. I have this like little exercise that they
So do it.
Like you know when
Like 5 seconds.
Like I don't. There. Okay. Let me just remember because I have the paper.
Like here in
It's
America,
like don't.
we got
It's usually how they open the vowels. Like don't pout with your snout.
Oh, so you're doing tongue
boxing,
twisters.
Stop boxing. Stop boxing.
Yeah.
And invite the feisty bright light. Like those little phrases that are written with IPA, like the International Phonetical Alphabet, and it helps me be aware of my own accent and where I don't know, I open my vowels too much or I close them too much or like how I can switch things up for myself, and the IPA helps me for that. And doing that every morning, that's one of my exercises. I know you do exercises too in the acting exercises in the morning.
Day.
2 hours. 2 hours. Yeah. I love my work, but holy shit!
Like, I'm obsessed with it though. Like you know me outside of interviews, and I'm pretty quirky and weird, and that's just me being.
Yeah, I know. I love that. I love that. But it's just I admire that so much, and you inspired me too.
I'm still acting when I don't act.
Yeah.
So when I watch a TV show, I'm copying their lines and whatever. And
yes.
That means I'm constantly working on my craft.
Yeah.
Right?
When watching movies, being aware of like their movements, how they deliver the lines. Or
I can never watch a movie the same.
No.
Now that I know all about the acting stuff, I'm just like analyzing their acting. If they're playing a dead person, I'm like, are they breathing? Are they breathing? I'm like,
it's like,
oh my God,
moved. Are you breathing? Are you breathing too much? When you see the belly moving too much, or like the eyes kind of going.
Yeah.
You know, they're like looking around, you're just like, okay,
or stuff where it's like small details where it's like, wait, they have a 5 o'clock shadow in the same scene, but then in the second cut, they don't have a 5 o'clock shadow. I'm like, this is filmed on different days.
You know what? Right? Extra work really does help doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Also helps.
Oh, yeah.
People usually don't like to acknowledge that, but doing extra work is pretty good because you get in studio experience.
It's fun, yeah.
And you get to see like,
Network.
Okay, why did this person get this role? Let me see like what they have, like the way they deliver the lines, their emotions, their facial expressions, everything. Just being in that environment and getting to know wonderful people too.
Yeah.
We met actually on an extra set. Like we were both doing extra work, and
we met through Jade's party.
We met through Jade's party,
but we didn't talk because
no, because you were like there were so many people there.
Yeah,
there were so many people there, and you were on one side, I was on the other side. But then we got to reconnect.
Yeah.
Through that gig.
And that was crazy.
And you were, this man is fucking crazy. Honestly, yeah. And then we got to connect, and here we are.
And here we are.
Like, it's fantastic.
So, unfortunately, it's already been half an hour.
Yes, really?
So,
oh my God, okay, okay.
So, I'm going to ask you one last question. What's the best piece of advice that you can give an aspiring actor or actress to just pursue doing what they love?
Oh.
To, you can address it to the camera, myself.
Wow. Well,
pour out your heart, and that's your farewell to this interview. So.
Well, I really do want to tell you that you should believe in yourself. Truly believe in yourself and have that certainty that you got it. You got it. Okay? And you just follow your heart, seriously. I know it sounds so cheesy. I'm cheesy. But just do that. Follow yourself, follow your heart, and connect with people. Open your heart, open your mind, and you got this, honestly. You got this. Yeah?
Beautiful. Absolutely well said. Guys, that's another episode of Rising Stars. I'm your host, Sean Watt. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comments for any questions that you guys would like to hear or what you guys thought of this interview with Sebastian. Again, what a beautiful human being, and it's such an honor that you were here. And thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing.
I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Rising Stars. Take care, guys.